What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Mina and I make videos every Wednesdays and every Fridays, and today's video is going to be another video of the 3 looks 1 palette series, 1 palette 3 look series. I don't know why I named it on my videos, but today's video is going to be starring the Dream Street palette, which is the collaboration between Colourpop and KathleenLights. And this is what it looks like on the inside, and the look I'm wearing right now is one of the looks that I created using this palette. So if you are interested in seeing what looks you can achieve with this palette, then please just keep on watching. This is the first look I'm doing, so I'm just going to explain how this works in case you are new here. So I take a palette, I do 3 different looks with it, just because I feel like usually when I buy a palette I'm like so excited for it and then I have no inspiration to do anything with it. So I just end up leaving it like laying around and I don't use it. So this is like a way of me using my palettes. So how this works is the first look is usually where I show you how I do my base, and then I do a look, and then the next 2 looks will just be my eyes because the base will probably pretty much stay the same. So that's what we're going to do today. I am going to do my brows first though, because I feel like if you do your brows then the eyeshadow kind of comes easier to use, so that's what I'm going to do. I am going to go off of camera for my brows because I don't like being filmed while I do my brows, but what I'm using is the M Cosmetics brow cream. This is what it looks like. Obviously I used it in the other video as well, and then this is the Brow Wiz by Anastasia Beverly Hills in Granite. So I'm gonna go off camera and I'm gonna come back with my eyebrows on, and then we can get started with the video. These brows need to be waxed, but honestly I've had worse days. So I'm gonna prime my lids with the Tarte Shape Tape. I am gonna take a bone shade and just set my lids. That's what I'm doing. We are going to be doing a fairly soft look, and this video is going to be with the Dream Street palette by Colourpop and KathleenLights, which is a palette I didn't even question that I wanted when I wanted it. I just got it immediately because I love anything moon. I'm taking Twinkle right here, and I am going to put that all over my crease. I'm just going to take a blending brush and blend that in. And the way I usually do these videos, I don't really like talk about this, but I have like a board on Pinterest, whatever, and I usually just like, I made a board for each of my palettes. I like look back at them and take inspiration from them and do the look. So if you look up this palette, there's plenty of looks you can take inspiration, you can copy, as long as you give the credit to the person. So I am going to take a different buffing brush, and I'm going to take the shade right next to it, which is Twinkle, right here. It's either Twinkle or Shooting Star, but I think it's Twinkle. So I'm going to take that on a buffing brush, and I'm just going to put that a little bit lower just to deepen it up. Taking this brown shade right here, which I think is Moony, and I'm gonna put that on the outer corner. I'm just gonna blend it in. I know we're not done, but just stay with me here. It'll come together. I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is I believe Shooting Star, and I'm gonna put that all over the lid. And I do that because then I can see what needs to be blended and what needs to not be blended, you know? I feel like this side is darker than this side, so this will help us get a clear view of what we need to do. This is such a pretty shade. Ugh. I need to use this palette more. You see, this is why we do this, because then it shows you like you have so many palettes and you only use like 2 of them, which, you know, you cannot do because you spent money on these palettes and you're just letting them expire without using them. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is why I don't buy any more palettes. I'm gonna take the brush again and I am going to blend, because when in doubt, blend it out. Alright, I know it don't look even. Most of the time I look back at these and I'm like, wow, that was way off. I'm gonna start on my face and then do my waterline, my under eye, whatever, and then we're gonna go from there. So I'm gonna take the Too Faced Primed and Peachy primer and prime my face. You guys gotta realize makeup is a learning process, and you just gotta live and learn. You do things, you figure out what's wrong, and then you do it again and again and again, and at some point it's gonna turn out right. I'm gonna take the Tarte Rainforest to the Sea foundation and put that on. I'm sure you guys have seen me do this like 55,000 times, so I'm gonna speed past this. This is what I think is going to save the look, because usually this is what works. I'm going to take some under my eyes to conceal, obviously, because that's what you do with concealer. But I'm going to run it like a diagonal line so it cuts. Yeah, you know what I'm doing. I do this all the time, so do that. And it helps better the look, in my opinion. So I'm just going to... Okay, there's just always one eye better than the other. I'm gonna set that, and then I'm gonna do my under eyes. Taking the Becca Set and Refresh powder. Okay. Now I honestly think it don't look that bad. Everybody in the comments is like, no, it looks bad. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm gonna take this shade right here and buff it out under. Honestly, I think that might be a bad decision, because dark things make looks go bad real quick. So I'm gonna take this one right here instead. The Potion. Is that Potion or Water Bearer? Potion. That's Potion, I assume. Taking the Kiko Milano bronzer. Okay, I'm gonna highlight. I went overboard on the blush, forgive me. I'm gonna highlight using the Colourpop highlighter. I'm going to take this shade right here, which I believe it's either Sweet Dreams or Spark. So I think it's Spark. And I'm going to put that on my inner corner, and yeah, like that. I'll put it in my inner corner. In my brow bone. I am gonna set my face so then I can do mascara without it running all over the place. I'm gonna put on mascara. Okay, I'm going to take the Kylie Cosmetics Autumn lip kit. It is autumn. I don't know why I literally just read it. Yeah, listen. Okay. Okay, moving right into concealer. This is the second look, and we are just taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer as a base. I'm just blending that in right now. And then I'm going to set it with the Becca Loose Translucent Powder, the Set and Refresh, with a fluffy brush. And then we're going to go into that peachy shade. It's a very easy super cute transition shade and super light so it doesn't look too dark when you're blending. Just going back and forth over it, making sure it's blended, and then taking that reddish shade on a smaller fluffy brush. And you see that I actually switched out the brush because that other brush wasn't blending it fast enough, and then my camera cut out. But all I did was really just blending in that reddish shade all over the crease, and then taking this very, very pretty rose goldy shade and putting it all over my lid. I usually always like kind of do like a rough sketch of what the look is going to look like, and then like go back over it and perfect it. So I put in the lid shade and then went back in with a blending brush, as you can see, and just made sure that the lines are blended in together. And then I went with this small fluffy brush that is one of my favorite brushes of all time, and I believe I took the same shade, the same reddish shade, and put that on my waterline or my under eye. I don't really remember the term for it right now, but you know what I'm doing. And then I took this very, very pale, like goldish shade to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone with. I also tried out this new mascara, the Benefit Bad Gal Bang, because I got a sample of it, and let me tell you, girl, I was not impressed. You can see it's just not doing much for me, and I have good lashes. And then that's the end of look number 2. Okay, look number 3 is by far like the most out of my comfort zone I've been in a while. So taking that reddish shade again, and I didn't put in any concealer on my lid because I just was too scared that the colors would show up too vivid. So yeah, I just took that reddish shade again and I just buffed that all over my lid. And then I took that brown, the dark brown shade on a smaller fluffy brush and just blended that in with the red to make sure it's a little bit warmer and to get ready for the next dark shade that I will use. Yeah, I actually went in, you guys, I was not kidding. I went in with that dark green shade on my outer V, and I tried to wing it out. It didn't look the same on either side, but I figure, you know what, I've been out of my comfort zone. This is all right for now. But if you were to perfect it, you would probably, all I did was on the other eye, I just blended it more instead of leaving it to be a cut crease, which, yeah, by the way, that's what we're doing. We're just doing a cut crease. So I took the concealer again, and I just carved out a base basically, and you see me like looking down, and that's just to stamp where my lid actually will stamp. And then taking this sparkly green ass eyeshadow, green teal shadow, and yeah, look at that, the dark like matte green, I guess, got on the back of the palette, and when I went to pick it up, it got all over my hands, and I never recovered from that. But yeah, taking that shade and then just basically marrying them together. I can't believe I just used that word, but we're just using the blending brush again to just go back and forth between them, and then copying it on the other side basically. And then I took that brown shade and put it on my waterline, but I honestly would have preferred just to use the dark green again so they would mesh together, and then use like a white liner in your waterline. And then I took that pale shade, the pale gold shade again one more time, and basically just did the inner corner highlight, the brow bone highlight, because it is one of my favorite shades. It's super pretty. I need to try that on the lid. It would look really bomb. So yeah, that concludes this voiceover. Sorry it was so fast, but this was pretty fun. But yeah, you guys, that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what palette you want done next, or if you want me to continue the series or stop it, because I can't stop it. I mean, I'm just doing it because it's fun and I want to use my palettes. But if you don't want videos of it, I won't make them anymore. But let me know down below what palettes you would like. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you want more. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Always remember to keep your head, heels, and standards high, and to treat people with kindness. And I will see you guys again next week with another video. A little sausage is out. Bye, guys.